I will quickly ask our colleague if we can start. Yeah, we can start. Okay, we are. I have 3 conversation topics in this plant engineering workshop. The 3 of them are trendy. My name is Eduardo, Eddie, name. I am a principal consultant, piping engineer, and one of the most interesting topics about safety in our business is when we need to go to certain dangerous areas and how do we react to that. So class M vapors is quite a tricky one, so that's going to be about a little bit on what do we do in those circumstances, being something that doesn't naturally belong to our business. Most of the safety related measures put in place are for operational workforces, for construction workforces, but we as a design engineering task force, we suffer same risks sometimes, and it's never ever clear what we need to do in those circumstances, despite of the clients say they are really sure what we need to do. And I'm going to give you a good example of that. So we will run through an introduction on the industry related H2S. Why is that? And how is that also an explosive gas? This is very interesting because we always just think it's toxic, yeah, but it's not only toxic, it's also explosive. So we then will go through a little bit of why is that and how that the ASME code is telling us we need to go through. And how do we classify that on health safety nowadays and design case studies. We're going through operation, maintenance and engineering, personal, let's say, most typical PPE structure, which is personal protection elements we go in place for avoiding this hazard. And then we go through site visit and surveys and factors to understand since an engineering perspective, because we are no operators, we are not construction personnel. And then some mitigation and good practices and some questions. Obviously, we'll do some brainstorming, considering we are a group, a small group. Now, yeah, I think one of the things I always complain to safety people is that all the safety thing is boring. And it's boring because it's the people don't pay attention because we go to the typical structure of things, classification, the pyramid of incidents, to fatality, and we are never quite connected with these. We probably need to have a more efficient way to understand the risk we are running. Just like the same way we model a plant and we have a design review that's absolutely clear to us, the same since this perspective. Not all these charges and very analytical perspective of things that we always ended up missing bits of that. We are not doing a huge risk analysis. We go in a plant tomorrow and we don't know anything about that. So we don't have time for those things. Okay, the workshop is going to be exactly about that. What the typical things we should do or we normally see in place today. And we'll have a case where we can see what can we do if we're going to put ourselves in risk or not. But seriously, a serious risk. This is just not a toy plant. It's serious risk. When I say serious risk, is risk of a fatal accident is there and it's high, and it's very high. So we are never completely aware of how bad is that. And I'm giving this example because I was pushed recently to give youngsters the possibility to go to plants. And I think none of them was aware of what the risks are. I told them, it was very funny. Some of them say, "Oh, I didn't tell my girlfriend I might die." It's terrible as it is. What we do is dangerous, and then we need to understand how to react properly.